municipalities can use ticketing instead of arrest. So there are all sorts of low-level offenses that people are charged with that they're taken to jail for. They simply don't need to go to jail. That they could simply be served by a ticket from a law enforcement officer and then show up to court or pay their ticket and not have to go to court at all. But yet we are constantly bringing these individuals into jail unnecessarily. Lastly, also probation reform. That oftentimes, even with trivial probation violations, missing a meeting, or not reporting to your community service, we have some probation officers who immediately violate that person's probation and send them back to jail, where they may have to pay to stay jail fees. So again, all of these are ways that we can get more people out of our jails, and we can alleviate our budget problems and not have to do that on the backs of those who are unable to pay these fees. Now, as I said, I'm really glad that Dave is here, and he's going to get up and talk a little bit about his experience with pay-to-stay jail fees. But I do want to mention we were supposed to have 4 individuals that we had profiled here. But as you can imagine, as low-income people in the criminal justice system, their lives are rather chaotic. So the first one got a new job, which is a great thing, but it's a job that doesn't have a flexible work schedule. The second one, he cannot afford a car because of his pay-to-stay jail fees, and he's in the Pluto area. He's dependent on a ride. His ride couldn't be here. And the last one, he's applying to law school, and you guys are such an intimidating crowd, he was worried about his face being out there on the cameras. And so, again, these are the struggles that we all go through every day. So I'm so glad that Dave is here to talk about his experience in Marion County. So Dave.
Good morning. My name is Dave Mahoney. I'm a lifelong resident of Marion, Ohio, graduate of Marion Harding High School in 1992. After I graduated, I tended to, kind of got involved in the wrong scene, going out at night and so forth. I ended up with some addiction issues throughout the course of my adulthood, which unfortunately, as we all know, leads to some pretty bad choices. And a lot of my choices resulted in being in the county jails and being incarcerated on and off throughout my adulthood. Unfortunately, the thing is that people that's incarcerated tend to be the people that are going through the most struggles in life, as I was. People who are going through trials and tribulations as it is. Why continue to prey upon the people that are struggling as it is and going through the most? I mean, that's a predatory system as far as I'm concerned, the way I look at it. I mean, people are already having enough struggles, and I don't want to minimize the fact that, yes, people have committed crimes like myself and was incarcerated and have been incarcerated, but we were already being held accountable. I was being held accountable in the fact that I'm being incarcerated, I'm paying court costs and fines and restitution, and then to slap on pay for safety on top of it, which my current fee is $21,000. No way I can pay that. I mean, I'm not even any situation in my life right now to be able to pay that. And unfortunately, that's what happens with a lot of people. And like Mike had stated, I mean, we give up. We don't even try. Why? I mean, there's so many other obstacles and important things in our life that we need to deal with as far as paying on other debts and bills and getting back on track and being responsible. And what happens to pay for state debt just lingers above us and becomes a huge hassle, and it just hangs above our head for years, and that's what's happened with mine. And I think the community is kind of like in Marion, it's the dirty little secret. They say it goes back, they use us, the people that's struggling the most, to build our community back up. But a lot of people in the community aren't even aware of it. My family weren't adversely affected because of me. They would have no idea there was a pay-for-stay going on in Marion County. And the money's not getting put back into the county. It's just a huge debt for people that's struggling. Money's not being generated throughout the community, and why use the people like myself who were going through the struggles in life to build the community back up. I was never given an opportunity to do community service, any type of alternatives to pay anything. It was just a debt. You $100 booking fee, $50 a day. 30 days, you're sentenced to 30 days in jail for whatever it might be. That's $1,500 right off the bat. There's people that's in there right now that's barely making $50 a day, working an 8-hour a day minimum wage job. The people that dealt with collection agencies, they can tend to be overbearing, pretty annoying, and sometimes rude, to the point that they used to call my mom and dad's house so frequently that, calling, threatening, putting fear into them as far as, well, there's going to be legal actions taken and so forth. That's a lot of distress that was put upon me and my family. I mean, more worries for them, put tension between our relationship. And it got so bad between the phone calls and the letters in the mail from the collection agency. My mom and dad actually changed their phone number, that it had gotten that bad. And that's a shame that it had gotten to the point where they were forced to do that. I guess my goal, obviously it'd be wonderful to have the $21,000 that I owe squashed, but my goal in participating in this is to not really see that happen. I just want it to stop. If you're going to, like Mike said, if you're going to continue to have pay for say, offer alternatives, offer community service. What a better way to give back to the community than guys actually getting involved in the community and doing positive things. I mean, that's a much better way for the community and for that individual to build themselves back up. Like I said, I just want the pay for say to stop. Stop preying on people that's struggling in their life and going through the most struggles. Thank you.